What's good, YouTube? Mario Devon back with yet another video. So here we are today. I got all these, trinkets and doodads on my table yet again. And I see that you all really like it when I show you all my rigs and how I do them and why I do them. So I wanted to make sure I bring you this video talking about my extremely minimal FX3 A7 IV A7S rig. Okay, this can be applied to any of your Sony cameras, your FX3, your FX30, your A7S III, any of your cameras. Okay, so there's this one little centerpiece of this thing that brings it all together. I don't want to always bring my big heavy rigs with me. Sometimes the jobs I have, it's better to have like a more of a run and gun type of setup. And that is what we're here to talk about today, my minimal run and gun setup. And I'm going to break down every single thing. Everything will be down in the link in the description below. And I got you, okay? So obviously, like every FX3, FX30 video, it starts with the camera. Here you go, Sony FX3. You know about it, okay? Everybody knows about it. You live your life. I mean, 2 years later, I'm still doing majority of my video work with this camera. So again, just like every Sony FX3 video, we're gonna go ahead and put that cage on. What's cool about this specific Sony FX3 cage is that you can actually put a screw in the side of the Sony FX3 body that secures the cage even more. So I'm gonna use my handy dandy screw here. We're gonna put it in this side first. Once it's screwed in on that side, what I'm gonna do now is, again, with these new, SMALLRIG cage, they come with these little tools underneath there, okay? They make it really clutch, make it easy for you, me, your mama, your cousin, everybody. So I'm gonna screw that in, make sure that cage is secure and on there, okay? Again, you know me, you know how I roll. I like to have my little quick release, little NATO rail. Sometimes I have that NATO rail on top of the body too, to make it very easy to slide handles on. So we're not gonna talk about handles yet. Okay, let's talk about the most important piece here. SMALLRIG, all right, they do a lot of smart stuff. It's some smart things that SMALLRIG has applied here, and I can't wait to show you. So this tool here, this is their ARCA Swiss, all right, quick release V-mount adapter plate thing. I don't know the name. It says V-mount adapter plate. Okay, basically, you can take the SMALLRIG cage, okay, and you can just slide this thing right through. And usually for our V-mount setups, we have to have like a rail system. We gotta have a quick release plate. We gotta have a base plate. We gotta have all these little things to make it complete and to make it feel very secure. In this case, all you have to do, all right, we're gonna take the Sony FX3 body. All right, you're gonna watch me literally take this. What I'm gonna do is gonna line it up with that, and it's gonna slide right there. From there, once it slides in, all I have to do is take this lock, and it's actually really strong lock, and you like that, you love to see it. All right, and you lock it down, and here you go. You have your V-mount plate here. What's cool here, if you need to bend it down to get to the back of that screen, you can do that. All right, all you have to do is, edit this here screw. You gotta just screw this on, screw that tighter or screw it looser, and you can get down to your screen. So I'm gonna bring that screen out already. The other thing is, if you need more length, you can actually get this here, and you can pull this back and forth, okay? I don't know who at SMALLRIG designed this thing, but I know they got a promotion, and they're probably there now. They probably are running the company. They're the CEO of the company at this point for coming up with designs like this. But we're gonna bring that in closer, boom, here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna lock this down the same way. Okay, again, these locks are very rigid, so it's gonna be very secure. So they did a very good job in designing it that way. The other thing is, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up. We're gonna go ahead and tighten this down, okay? So now I'm able to get that screen seamless. I can turn it, do whatever I need to do. And we have it really nice and secure. Again, I love this design here. Love it a lot. They did an incredible job, but that's not what we're not done. Okay, we got other stuff to talk about. So SMALLRIG decided to drop a V-mount battery. Okay, cool thing about here is I can press this button here. Boom, and you should be able to see the amount of power that's in the V-mount battery. I would have to say, this is probably the best looking V-mount battery you can get on the market today. This is the 155 version. I also have a 99 version. The cool thing about this is it has multiple types of USB, everything you need. So it has every type of power delivery you need, all the way down to, your D-tap, your old school D-tap. There we go. Your old school D-tap. It has USB-C, USB-A. It has everything you need. So the D-tap, is actually on this side, so D-tap is here too. This thing is probably the most versatile V-mount battery I have. There's another one that I have from Moment that is a really good one too, but I just love the way this one has such a good clean look. But again, V-mount plate, boom, boom, wow, we're ready to go. We're in business, okay? We have a full setup here. We have everything we need. All we have to do now is just start building around this. And by the time we get to the end of this build, it's gonna be very compact, and I can't wait to show you. So obviously we have options here. A lot of times when we use cinema rigs, we like a good zoom lens or we have a good cinema lens. I wanna go with a lightweight setup. This is the Sigma 28-70. I need to do a video on this lens to let you all know. This lens is the same size as my Tamron 17-28, very lightweight. 28-70, 2.8 Sigma. You know Sigma, it's gonna be crispy, it's gonna be sharp. I can tell you this stays in my bag along with my 24-70, because sometimes I'm shooting photo and video. It's just very convenient to have, you know, a versatile, you know, array of zoom lenses that you can use. So we're gonna put that on. Very simple, secure, bow. All right, so you can already get a sense of the minimalistic, you know, format that we have here. Okay, it looks really good already. Let's keep it going. We're not done. So between you and I, you can either use this top handle. You know this top handle. Okay, this is a walking podcast. Okay, we can use this top handle, and that's the other thing I'm talking about in another video. But I'm gonna put this on. You know the top handle. I want to show you something before we put this thing on. SMALLRIG, yet again, all right? When I first got this handle, obviously you have to make sure you get the handle extension. We've talked about that. I added this here. That is a cold shoe on top. Now, the newest thing I've added is this here. It's a cage formatted thing, okay? I'm going to try to get this thing in focus for you and get myself out. There we go. So you can see that this now has an additional piece at the top. What does that additional piece do? That additional piece allows you to have a cold shoe directly on top of the camera. Okay, and that way, when we put this monitor on here, we have a place to put it, not on the side like I had it before, but we're trying to keep it minimalistic again. So I want to actually put the top handle into use like we would a typical top handle. So from there, we're going to put the monitor on. The monitor of choice, again, you can use any monitor you have. If you have something that is a 5-inch monitor, again, this is a minimal setup, it would be perfect. So of course, the monitor of choice that I have here is the Portkeys LH5P2 version 2. I think that's how you pronounce it. Golly, they just dropped a new 7-inch monitor. I want to try that one now. I'll let you know how it is. And of course, we're using the go-to, the oh so secure, you know, SMALLRIG monitor mount. So what's cool about the cage, I have a Nipsey cage on my Portkeys monitor, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I can't name a time I brought this monitor out and I hadn't dropped it. It's just an imbecile, pendejo. I decided to add a cage on it because I don't want to break it. So from there, you can actually add the monitor up top. The other thing we're gonna do, this is really top heavy now. Usually I love to run with a battery. We're not gonna run with a battery, okay? So I'm gonna take this MPF battery off. So now we've created balance again. Okay, so now here we go. So SMALLRIG always makes really good side handles. This one right here is actually a quick release handle. You have that lock right there. I'm gonna show you how we put that on. It's very simple. So we're gonna unlock it. Okay, once it's unlocked, what I'm going to do is put this right over my rail system here, and it just pops on. From there, I'm able to lock it down, and now we have it locked. And here you go. I'm hitting my microphone, but we have it locked. Good to go. Okay, so we have our side handle. You know how I roll. You know how I roll. Instead of having my monitor on top, you know how I roll. If you've seen some of my other videos, I like to put this thing on the side. Okay, and I'm gonna explain the methodology again, is because when I'm shooting with my cameras, I'm not usually going to be like here, like over it, like here. It's usually gonna be here on my side. I always like to rest my cameras when I'm shooting handheld on my side. When I'm going top, I'm still going to be here. But guess what? Even when I go down with that top handle, I'm here. I'm a very bad YouTuber, y'all. I'll just keep hitting this microphone. All right, well, even when I go down, I'm still here. I'm holding that top handle. Even when I go down, my camera's still going to be, my head is I'm still here. So I don't want it here. I want it here. Because guess what? Even when you use the screen, guess what? It's on this. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm trying to, we call it ergonomics. Okay, let's talk about it. Ergonomics. Now we have a very minimal rig. All we have to do now is power this thing. So for the camera, you use your USB-C. And again, with this new V mount from SMALLRIG, you have all the USB options you want in your life. So we're going to use that USB-C to USB-A. And if you want, obviously, you can get better power delivery with a C to C. I'm only using this C to A because it's just really short, and I like to just keep everything compact as I can. Again, minimalistic. That's what we're talking about. HDMI cable, also from SMALLRIG. Again, they make, at this point, they make everything. There's some other SMALLRIG products that I need to review for y'all, and y'all are gonna see those in some later videos. And then for a lot of you, you may not have this option, but Portkeys actually has a power cable that goes with this monitor, so I'm able to, you know, get rid of that NPF battery, which is a pretty large battery usually, and I'm able to use another cable, making it easy, secure. Everything is powered through this big battery. And again, what's cool about this SMALLRIG battery is it has those multiple power options. So that's USB-A, USB-C, 8-volt DC, 12-volt DC, and then you have the D-tap in the back, so you have everything you need. So this whole rig is now powered. It's ready to go. All right, you can get to my screen. I can get to anything I need to, and I have everything there. If I want to add my microphone here, obviously on the XLR I can. But as you can see, very, very minimal. This is a cinema rig. If I wanted to, I can add that map box, obviously a smaller map box. And the other thing I'll say is you can make this even smaller. Say for instance, I don't need audio. Say for instance, I don't need professional XLR audio. Now I've moved this monitor to the top of the Sony FX3. It's even smaller now, okay? And what I'm able to do is just have it here. And if I want, boom, I'm here, good to go. I still have a very, very small setup. Again, this is all made possible because of this simple V mount, you know, plate setup, this slide on ARCA Swiss plate setup that goes with your SMALLRIG cage that you already have. So everything comes together. I want you to think of the possibilities of anything you can build. You can build this out to something bigger, but I just wanted to show you all how I've been using it lately to make a really, really small setup that's kind of very run and gun, very lightweight, doesn't have to be a humongous rig, and also using a lens like the 28-70 Sigma to have a lightweight setup. So, you know, this is a small cinema beast, and it can run all day, and it's really been handy, and I just wanted to share that with you all. So if you have liked anything from this video, from this rig video, the SMALLRIG, oh my god, no pun intended, this small cinema rig, I can't even talk today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and you can go down into that description below. I promise everything is going to be there that we discuss, even down to the, you know, the monitor, the cables, whatever you need. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to see you all in the next video. I love y'all.